In September 2008, our long-standing policy at the hotel, which was preferring not to let double-bedded accommodation to unmarried couples, was challenged, and eventually, when the paperwork and everything went through, we were summoned to court. We thought, as in the past, that we'd have to fight all these issues on our own, and I began thrashing about thinking, now who do I talk to, who do I see? And I remembered that one of the elders at our church, 4 or 5 years before, had given us a business card of the Christian Institute. I rang the Newcastle number, and I was put through to the solicitor advocate at the Institute. At the end of the call, I felt as though a mighty burden had been lifted from my shoulders.
It took a lot of relief, a lot of pain away from us, because we didn't realise that we were going to be hauled up before some series of judges, as we have been, the police involved and all sorts of things. Why should we be? It just came such as a shock to us, and to be able to find somebody with the professional attitude towards it who could guide us through it, because we are just ordinary people.
Although I'd received Christian Institute literature, there is nothing more real than not just reading it off the page, but actually going to a meeting. I can remember the first meeting we went to, which was local to us, and although the issue at the time, the popular issue at the time, was Pete's and my case, nevertheless they covered other subjects, and that was a surprise, really, that the length and breadth of their work was so wide. I had no idea that it wasn't all about court cases and seeking rights for Christians and so on and so forth. It was actually their remit included finding a way in as much as they could when they got wind of something new in the air that the government was planning to do, and trying to get in there and make sure that they were putting the Christians' angle to these people, and warning them as well that if they pass a certain law, that there was going to be difficulty, there was going to be trouble, and that was certainly true in our own case. And then, of course, they then have the other side of their work is defending the people that have been damaged because of these laws. There are 3 groups involved in this. There's us who got into trouble, and others who get into trouble. There's the Institute doing the professional stuff, and there are the supporters and the folk who financially give and give their time and their love and their prayers, who are binding the whole thing together, really. We would encourage you to, if you're able, of course, to pray. That's most important. But we would encourage you, if you're able, to give financially to the work of the Institute so that they can continue to help Christians pray, act, and take a stand for Christ.